In the year 1483, England was a nation on the brink of upheaval. King Edward IV had unexpectedly passed away, leaving his 12-year-old son, Edward V, to ascend the throne. However, control of this burgeoning kingdom was not easily handed over. Edward IV's brother, Richard, Duke of Gloucester, was named as Lord Protector, granting him significant authority over the young king and the country. This transition of power sowed seeds of a deadly chess game amid the kingdom's nobility, particularly between Richard and the influential Woodville family. This fraught political landscape set the tragic stage for the mystery that would enfold Edward V and his younger brother, Richard. Initially moved to the Tower of London under the guise of protection, the young princes found themselves isolated further and further from the reaches of family and friends. The Tower, a symbol of royal strength and security, became an eerie prison, engulfing the heirs to the throne in its shadowy history. It was here that the princes seemingly vanished, never again to be seen by the outside world. Theories abound regarding their fate. Some suggest that Richard III, craving the throne and sensing a threat in the princes' legitimate claims, orchestrated their untimely demise. He was assuredly the person with the most to gain from their removal, the apparent safeguard of his own claim to kingship. With means, motive, and opportunity solidified, suspicions pointed partial or full guilt towards Richard III. Historical accounts from this period, such as those by Thomas More, suggest that Richard III was behind the murder of his nephews, driven by an insatiable thirst for the crown's unquestionable security. Similarly, historian Polydore Vergil echoes this claim, enhancing the sinister narrative that underscores Richard's legacy with potential guilt. Yet amid the accusations, a sliver of alternative theories survive. Whispers of survival stories suggest the princes lived under assumed identities. Potentially one claiming to re-emerge decades later as Perkin Warbeck, a pretender appearing in the 1490s, professing to be the lost Richard, Duke of York. As compelling as these alternative tales might be, they heavily juxtapose the more universal acceptance of Richard III's involvement. Historical records claim no further sightings or evidence of the young royals beyond their concealed internment in the Tower. These missing pieces lead back to a singular conclusion, with Richard III, or his proxies, seen as probable orchestrators. Historians continue to wrestle with the bloodlines of evidence and conjecture surrounding this puzzling piece of English history. The mystery of the princes in the Tower endures as one of the most debated enigmas, entrenched in a blend of myth, rumor, and potentially sinister reality. As time marches on, the silence surrounding Edward V and Richard, a chilling chapter in history's annals, beckons the engagement of inquisitive minds and historians alike. And so the story remains, a dance between historical insight and haunting silence. The fate of the princes in the Tower remains locked indefinitely within the mists of time. This episode serves as an absorbing reminder of how the corridors of power can obscure truth, leaving behind only whispers and shadows. Join the dialogue. As understanding deepens with examination, each theory pushes us closer to unveiling the mysteries enshrouding the lost princes.